Hiya. You know, a decent featherboard can make all the difference to the accuracy of your work, and they're not super expensive to buy. But I've always made mine, not because I'm particularly cheap, but because I can make them to fit the purpose that they're needed for. Also, I've no idea where I'd go to buy one this size. Luckily, they're quite easy to do. Give me a second and I'll show you how. So we make a start by having a rummage through our pile of scrap to find a likely candidate. And we can mark a pencil line along the length of it where we think the fingers are going to reach to. About 4 or 5 inches, 100, 125 mil is usually pretty good. And then we can head across to our miter saw where we can set the angle that we're going to cut at. About 30 degrees is usually pretty good, gives enough spring to the fingers. So with the board set, we can make our first cut up to the pencil line and then just stop. Let the blade come to a rest and come out of the material. And without moving anything, we're going to put a little clamp on one of the back rails so that we can make repeated cuts to the same length, so that the same amount of springiness in each of the fingers. And yes, I do need to fix that wobble as well, a little wedge under the saw. So we can remake our first cut now to the same depth, and then carry on cutting each of the fingers. I find about this isn't particularly rocket sciencey. About a 1/4 inch or so, anything less than that makes it too thin. Anything thicker than a 1/2 inch or so, and that isn't enough spring in them. Tricky swapping from right to left hand to do the last few. Then we can take the clamp off and trim the ends. The waste has already fallen off actually, but I'm just cleaning up the very end there. So there you go, it's a simple, easy, cheap accessory to make, which is somehow priceless. Thanks for watching.